Thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is the daily video forecast discussion for Thursday, September 22nd, 2011. And starting things out this morning, we find an area where we're going to find a flash flood, aerial flood advisories rather in effect for these green areas here on the map. This is for portions of the Delaware River and also into New Jersey. Including northern New Jersey, and this is for the period for Friday right through Saturday evening. There's going to be substantial rainfall, maybe 1 to 3 inches in this forecast area, which could bring some small streams or creeks to near flood stage, especially if you live near streams and creeks. And outside of that, some urban and basement flooding is possible too. Currently this morning we have temperatures right around 70 in the New York City metropolitan area, just about everywhere else too. Very little variance here from the upper 60s to around 70 degrees in most locations. And we're finding a southerly flow of air and impulses of rainfall, some moderate rain in some of these cells still moving through the area. The greatest area of rainfall now is across upstate New York. A warm front is making its way across the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area this morning. And then just a southerly flow behind the system and periods of rain and showers, scattered showers, and even some heavier showers and perhaps a thunderstorm will be possible at any location across the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area during the course of this afternoon. And a closer look at the northern mid-Atlantic this morning. Here's our warm front now from southwestern New York all the way through coastal New Jersey. Winds are southeast around the New York City metropolitan area this morning as the clouds and mid-level, mid and upper-level moisture stream northward from the south all the way up along the coast. Here's our cold front back to the west. And this is the beginning of a very strong and vigorous upper-level low across the Great Lakes region, which will be cutting off very slowly from the flow over the next 24 hours. And this is going to induce surface low pressure over the Tennessee Valley. And that is going to move northeast and produce several inches of rain around here by Friday afternoon, Friday night, and even into portions of early Saturday as a very strong surge of tropical moisture moves northward along the front. And rainfall is going to start increasing around here late tonight, right through Friday. Zooming out to a larger picture here of the eastern United States, water vapor overlaid with high-density winds and frontal structures. Again, here's the warm front moving to the north, the cold front slowing down as it approaches western and central Pennsylvania and central New York later this afternoon and tonight. One upper-level low across just southwest of Hudson's Bay. Here comes the upper low now across Minnesota, and all the winds in the upper, mid, and upper levels are from the south here. Deep high pressure building in across the Dakotas. Very strong northerly flow here. This upper low here across the upper Great Lakes or just west of it in Minnesota and Wisconsin will be digging south, cutting off from the flow, and then moving gradually and very slowly through the upper Midwest, the northeastern United States, and then out of the picture probably by midweek of next week. But until that time, we're going to find a very strong, vigorous south to southwest flow of air. Impulses of low pressure around this upper low vorticity maximums moving through the area. There'll be a number of rounds of showers and even some heavier showers and thunderstorms through the forecast region right through early part of the weekend. Now, it does appear that we may get a little bit of a break Saturday afternoon through early Sunday, and then another round of showers and thunderstorms could be moving through the area early next week as this whole system begins to pull away off the northern New England coast. We can see the general flow now through from Weatherbank Incorporated. This is the upper level jet stream pattern. We can see the upper low beginning to cut off through the Great Lakes on Sunday and then drifting very, very, very slowly. These stronger winds at the mid and upper levels, 100 to 120 knots, will induce basically areas of vortmaxes moving around the entire circulation, and that's going to mean that we're going to remain in the right hand side, which is also the right rear quadrant of an upper level jet from the south all the way into the northeast, with very strong divergence in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. That allows the atmosphere to become unstable. It also allows the air to rise. So as the air begins to rise at the mid and upper levels, surface low pressures areas will begin to develop along the frontal boundary, stalled out just over the area here for Friday into early next week, and then rounds of showers and thunderstorms moving through from time to time. And the forecast progs for this afternoon show the warm front washing out across southern New England and whatever leftover rain showers here across Connecticut and also across portions of Long Island. And that little area of rainfall that we just saw this morning, just a few minutes ago on the radar data across the Delmarva, will probably just scoot off the coast. So we could be in an area of generally drier air today, although probably not getting out of the clouds too much. Very deep layered and saturated air mass from the mid and levels of the atmosphere all the way down to the surface. We could get some sun in portions of the New Jersey, New York City metro area this afternoon, and that could help to destabilize the air mass even more as temperatures probably get into the low and mid 70s. Here comes the cold front now. It's a very slow moving one. Surface low pressure over Hudson's Bay, Canada, with an extension down through the upper UP of Michigan. And the cold front is going to be moving very slowly as we get in tonight. You can see it's nearly become stationary here with areas of rain developing along it. Here comes the surface low pressure system developing over the Tennessee River Valley now. And as we get into the day tomorrow morning on Friday, numerous areas of showers and thunderstorms will be approaching the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area all the way down through the northern mid-Atlantic as the front is still stalled out west of our area. And the front's going to be moving very slowly. One wave of low pressure here now scoots up to New York, another wave developing over the Carolinas. Again, the front's going to be moving slowly. There'll be periods of rain, showers, and even thunderstorms, some heavier rain across the forecast region, especially as we get into later Friday night, and early Saturday across the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. The 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day temperature and precipitation outlooks here for the entire United States. We find ridging across the upper Midwest down through Texas, so above average mean temperatures there. Below average mean temperatures where the cloud cover and rain is going to be falling over the next 6 to 10 days here, anywhere in the northern mid-Atlantic right down through the southeast. And that's for temperatures. As we get into precipitation, it's going to be wetter than average from central and southern New Jersey all the way down to Texas, especially especially central and southern Florida with tropical influences here. And below mean precipitation, virtually nothing going on across the upper Midwest where it's bone dry all the way down through the deep heartland of Dixie. And as we get into the 8 to 14 day temperature outlooks, below average temperatures across the deep south and above normal mean temperatures across a large swath of the upper Midwest, the Rockies, all the way into the upper Midwest and all the way down through Texas as well. And the precipitation would follow suit, that we continue on a wet pattern here across southern New England, the coastal regions, especially coastal New Jersey, the Delmarva down through the outer banks of the Carolinas and into Florida. Normal precipitation chances across Maine all the way down through Dixie. And then very low, below normal average means across the upper Midwest all the way down to Texas. A wetter pattern starting to set up now across the Washington and Oregon in the next 8 to 14 days as a large low pressure area. This is La Nina influenced negative PDO southern Alaska system off the Aleutian Islands. So we're basically going to be looking at a very wet pattern and a change in the pattern here right along the coastal areas of Canada into northwestern United States. So once again, to reiterate, we have an aerial flood advisory now. This is an aerial flood watch now. It's in effect for all of these areas in green, which I'm highlighting in the pink here on the graphic here, for northern New Jersey, coastal New Jersey, all the way down through portions of the Delmarva and the Delaware Bay area, the Delaware River area. And this is for the period from Friday morning through 6 p.m. on Saturday night. We could see 1 to 3 inches of rainfall in any of these locations, which could bring small streams and small creeks up to near bankfull, if not over that in some locations. And we'll have to monitor that depending on just how heavy the segments of rain are through this area during that period. Anywhere from 1 to 3 inches is forecast over this large swath area. Also, flooding would be produced of small urban and street flooding, and of course any additional basement flooding. So you want to be prepared for this now by having the supplies and that you've had for the past couple of months, especially with Irene and especially with Lee that just passed through this region over the last half a month or so ago. So do be careful. Of course, we'll be monitoring this forecast for you with updates throughout today and again tonight right here on GardenStateWeather.com, and a new broadcast issued either late tonight or tomorrow morning with changes to this. So that's going to do it for today's broadcast. You make it a good Thursday. Be careful out there. And thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, Northern New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Thanks for listening.